What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Survival Saturday with Steps to Survival. I'm Philip Marshall, and today I'm going to be showing you this cool new stove that I got, and I'm going to be cooking an awesome hamburger on the stove for the first time ever using one of these folding stoves. So stay tuned. The first thing that I need to do is gather some wood. I don't think I'll need like a ton, and obviously they can be very small, but I'm going to take you along, gather some wood, and then we'll come right back here and start our stove. So I'm going to set up my stove now. As you can see behind me, I got a lot of my wood collected, which I think is going to be enough. And as you can see, the stove is just very small and pretty fast to put together. I got this at a store. I don't think you'll be able to find this because I did get it in Ukraine. So unless you live in Ukraine, there's no reason for me to tell you where I got it. It's triangular shaped as opposed to square like many of the other brands, and this one is pretty cheap compared to the others that are popular right now. So you just have to align these two things up and then connect them. As you can see, here's the first part of our stove. Then you add this to it. You align that. There you go. Is the next part of our stove. And finally, we have these two pieces go up here that are going to hold our everything together. Okay, guys, I'm going to try to light this thing. Well, guys, my first time lighting this, and it looks like the fire is a little bit on top of the stove, but not in the stove. So, I'll see, it'll work out, but it just wasn't the most successful attempt. So I guess I built the fire up a little bit too big, but it was like struggling for a little bit, so I had to add more wood. And now I'm just gonna wait for it to die down so that I can put something on top of it. Okay, guys, so I'm pretty new to this, so no judgment. I don't really know what I'm doing, and new to using a grill like this, I mean. So I'm gonna take my burger and I'm just gonna see if it's hot enough to start cooking, grilling. Wait. There's that nice burger. Okay guys, so I can hear it sizzling, so that's a good sign. Also, I don't normally cook hamburgers even at home, so I'm really just a beginner at all of this. I didn't even end up using these two pieces, so they're not really necessary for everything. That is looking good. Oh, that's what the flame is looking like. So I already flipped the burger once, and I think it's looking pretty good. The fire is still pretty hot, I think. Might poke in there a little bit. So I'm just gonna keep letting it burn. It looks pretty much done to me. I'm just gonna use this to make sure it's not raw in the center. Yep. Okay, so it's cooked all the way through, a little bit like crisp. I'm gonna take it and put it on this plate right here with my tomato. So take that, put it here, and before I put it in my bun, I'm going to toast my bun. And what better way to toast it than to put it right on here and let it do its thing. As you can see, it's getting toasted just a little bit more. I think we're good. So I finished toasting my bun. Now we need to assemble this masterpiece. So I'm going to put the hamburger on, and then obviously the tomato. And of course, you have to have some mustard. Just give that mustard. You can't. And ketchup, of course. So I'm just gonna put that together. And there we have our assembled stove burger. We used that stove right there to make this burger. So I forgot to press the record button, and I just ate half of my burger, but I'm gonna do the first bite again. So let's try this amazing burger that I haven't tried yet. That is a really good burger. It totally makes up for the cherry cobbler fail. Wow, it's really good. Especially for my first time just making a burger on this random stove that I got. It's very nice. It has a little bit of a crunch to it. But that is as good as any other burger I've had, so it's awesome. I'm gonna get some chips, finish my burger, and then I'll talk to you one more time. Well guys, I'd say it turned out pretty great, and that was a really enjoyable burger to eat using just that stove and that pan. So that was a lot of fun. I will give my thoughts on the stove though. I don't think it's perfect because it is so small. It's hard to build a fire. At least for me, it was kind of hard to build it within the stove and keep it in the stove. And also, it seemed like it was gonna go out if there wasn't enough wood, but then if you put more wood, it seemed like you were gonna smother it because there wasn't enough space. So it was this weird, like, hard to find a balance of how much to actually put, because a couple times I was like, oh, I'm gonna smother it because there's not enough air and wood, and there's too much wood. But if I don't put any wood, it seems like it's just gonna go out because there's not enough and it's just a couple twigs in there. So that was one problem I encountered. However, it did work to make a hamburger, as you saw, so it was successful. I'll continue to use it, and maybe someday I'll upgrade to a bigger, nicer one, like the Firebox, for example. But otherwise, I'd say super successful. Let me know if you enjoy these types of cooking videos, like this one, and comment your thoughts, anything else you have, any advice for me, and make sure you subscribe, like the video. I'll see you in the next one.